Hey everybody, it's Mirko, and today I just wanted to give a little, review. Not really so much a review, just my thoughts on Destiny 2, because it's been about a month since it's been on PC, and not a fan. If this is, but I keep reading comments and stuff that this was nothing like Destiny 1 was. Maybe Destiny 1, I would have to say it would have had to have been a lot better for me to even be semi-interested in it in the slightest. Okay, this is the main hub you get to, right? And the first week when I was playing, when this released, this was packed. Now you can only see a scattered few, right? It was massive amounts of players here for the first week, 2 weeks that I was playing. And I don't play very regularly. I play for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time. Just maybe not my genre of gameplay that I enjoy, but this was packed, and now it's quite dead. So, anyways, yeah, the storyline progresses you through the destinations here. All of the maps, right? You go to each of these places, and then eventually you end up at the Traveler itself, where this is where you turn in a lot of your quests, things like that. All of it is done through here. That's why it used to be packed. Now, very empty. And I think this game suffered a lot, especially... Here's a good example of how few players are probably playing again. You remember in WoD when World of Warcraft removed their subscriber count because it was getting so low? They didn't want people to think, oh, World of Warcraft sucks, so we better not let everybody know that everybody's leaving. Well, Destiny did a similar thing with the Destiny 2 player count. They removed the ability to see it because that many people were leaving it that fast. So if that gives you any indication of how this game turned out, yeah, it's going downhill really quick. Now they did add things, right? This is a little like cinematic of the next expansion. I guess they're already coming out with an expansion, so I don't know when this releases, probably in a couple months or something. But yeah, it's a little cutscene of the next cinematic already. They have added, like, this is one of the raids, and I participated in one of these. You know, the raids are fun. This game is really meant to be played in a group. If you don't have friends to play with or a group of people to play with, it's boring, right? You need people to play with. But they added this recently. They added 2 new PvP events that I haven't participated in. I enjoy the PvP because, you know, it's kind of unbalanced, I would say, if anything. Using a sword in PvP is so OP, right? It's kind of weird that you think in a gun game swords are the top quality weapon. Like, I can get huge kill count streaks with swords. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they added these 2 new PvP events. I doubt they're all that, you know, different. It's just going to be a shoot each other, kill each other kind of style. No different than really any other gun game out there. But yep, it looks like those 2. I haven't tried them yet. Again, I don't know when they came out. I haven't logged on in like a week and a half, I'd say. And then you have this group content here. This is strikes, which is just, it's like dungeons kind of, right? This is a harder version of the same content, and then of course the weaker version. So this is like a normal dungeon and then a heroic dungeon. That's really all it is. No real difference. And that's about it. You can travel to each of the worlds, right? And you can do these like little events, okay? And this is how you gear up quickly. And then you can turn in the tokens for items that, like, these specific guys and stuff. Or not this, sorry. It's who's the person here? It's somebody here, right? You turn in items at each of these places, and then you get gear for turning in the items, but it just doesn't, I don't know, there's just no real, like, reason to keep playing, right? You get gear so fast, and I'll just show you one of these dungeons real quick, just a few examples. I probably won't even finish it. I just got burnt out on this game extremely quick. Like, I didn't want to, I'm more disappointed that I wasted the tokens buying this, right? I would have much rather wasted my tokens buying mounts, because I haven't gotten all the Blizzard Shop mounts and pets, and I wasted 7 tokens buying this, and you know, if I could go back, I wouldn't have done that. But I am glad I got it technically for free. You know, the only thing wasted was a couple weeks of flipping. Not even that, you know, a couple weeks of flipping on the auction house. But in reality, yeah, I wouldn't have taken it at all. But I did buy, you know, the $100 deluxe edition. But let me just quickly show you some of the combat if you've never tried it, or you've I mean, you've probably already seen to an extent some of it. But yep, let's just get into it. Overall, though, I would have to say, not that the game is bad, it just lacks the ability to give you a reason to keep playing it, because getting gear is extremely easy. Very, very, very easy to just continually gear up. And then once you gear up, I really don't know what you do, okay? If you never want to gear up at all, the PvP content isn't based on gear, right? It's just automatically good. Or it doesn't scale with your levels, so it doesn't really matter PvP wise what gear you're wearing. And it just lacks the ability to continuously give you a reason to keep playing. So you quickly run out of, like I said, run out of things to do, and it just gets boring super quickly. This is really it. This right here's the gameplay. You go from objective to objective, shooting everything in your path, and that's about it. And this is what you do in the raids even. You just go from objective to objective, completing tasks, and then there you go. That's the raid. Occasionally there's things you gotta do, like interact with this or avoid that or whatever, but content-wise, it just, I think it's lacking. It's very, very lacking. Not to say, again, that it's bad. It's perfectly fine if you enjoy this kind of thing, but me, I don't know. I get quite bored quite quick. That's why I was only playing it in short bouts of time. Anywho, that's really all there is to say, honestly. There just isn't a whole lot of content going on here. I will say, though, that I like the graphics, but graphics don't make a good game, right? I play very poorly graphics games. Gosh, that came out wrong. I play poorly designed graphic games, right? Ugly graphics, but they have very good gameplay, and I care a whole lot more about the gameplay than I do about what the game actually looks like. I mean, look at this landscape, right? How many hours did it take to create that kind of graphical landscape and things like that? And I think, if they just wouldn't have wasted the hours, they could have hired more gameplay designers. I don't know. I'm not saying they should sacrifice everything just for the sake of gameplay, but I will not be playing Destiny 2, at least for a long time. Maybe if there's updates down the line. I've already purchased it, but if I have to purchase more downloadable content in the future, and you have to actually buy it, right, I won't do it. I would not waste any more token money on this game, right? It's dead to me, right? Unless they find some way to increase it, or make it more fun, or give it some content, at least. I don't know. I just don't see the point in continuing to play it, because that short little snippet that I showed you, that's it. That's the game. That's all you do all the time, it feels like. What's the point in playing more and more, right? I don't ever feel like I'm doing anything different. It's just shoot, repeat, shoot, repeat. No additional gameplay. So, shooters are a dime a dozen. There's plenty of free ones out there. I would not recommend at all to invest in this game. If you like it, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying this type of game, right? I really enjoy Overwatch, and all that is a shooting game, but I just enjoy the elements of how it's played better than something like this. You know what I mean? It's the same, but it's not really, right? Anyways, thank you for watching. Just a quick little discussion of how I felt about this game. Maybe you feel a little different, right? Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to tell me down below what you thought, or how you've played it, or if you even gave it a moment of your time, or if you're still playing it, what's keeping you enjoying it, right? Why do you still continue to play it? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.